Sure. Are we on? Hi, everyone. Tracy was like, do you want to welcome everyone in? I guess for my third night doing this, we'll welcome everyone in. It is 9:30 Wednesday night. We're glad to have you here. I'm Hunter Hoagland here with Tracy Cornett for our third night of streaming together ahead of the 10 p.m. newscast.
If only I could get us up. Here, hold on. I'm trying to put us actually on television.
Y'all,
and let's
it's not
see,
as easy as you think.
Even though it's not television, it's CTV. This is not going on for real, everybody, on this first night. There we are.
Are we on now? There we are. I don't know if anyone heard what I just said, but we're back 9:30 this Wednesday. I'm Hunter Hoagland here with Tracy. We got a really big show coming up tonight at 10. Obviously some other talkers as well, but we're back for night 3 together.
You're killing it, Hunter. You're killing it.
I'm doing my best. We're trying to eat our Wheaties in the morning, get sleep at night.
No, I mean, it's not an easy thing. I mean, if anybody has started a new job at a new place.
Drinking out of a fire hose.
Yes, you know how daunting it is, and you just have to pretend like it's all cool. As my son
Smile
would say,
and wave.
Stuff it.
Yeah, stuff it. I like it.
No, it's been great. I hope you're enjoying it.
I love
we're loving having you.
It's super fun.
Now, this is a different format. So those of you who are finding us on this, whatever, Roku, Apple TV, whatever it is.
Wherever we are.
You know that this is an irreverent way that we do the news.
Sure.
But we do bring you the top stories that you need to hear, or at least a couple of them, and then we let you know what's coming up at 10 o'clock tonight.
Sure. So one of the biggest ones, one we're going to dive into here at 9:30 is these WARN notices. So nearly 300 workers affected by layoffs from 2 different companies here in Middle Tennessee. They all kind of got this notice, and we're going to break down really how they get this notice, what the state is required to do, and just how it all trickles down to employees.
Because think about this, Hunter. First of all, Smoky Mountain Logistics, if you're in any of these counties, so we're talking Linamar, Shelbyville, Smoky Mountain Logistics, both happening this month. So 145 workers in Wilson County affected, 145 there, and that's as of February 28th. And then the second, Linamar, Shelbyville, we're talking 80 workers, and that's in Bedford County. And I don't know about you, but layoffs, the idea of being laid off scares me to death.
It's horrifying. And too, when you look at the timing of everything, we come off Christmas, everyone was already strapped financially.
Right.
They get this news at the forefront of the year that many of them are going to be without a job, right? We're talking about hundreds of people. We're looking at just last night where we talked, or 2 nights ago, inflation, where prices are more. And again, now people are without income.
Yeah, it's just really scary.
Right.
So the whole idea of a WARN notice, WARN stands for Worker Adjustment and Retraining Notification Notice, and it protects workers and it helps communities prepare for a large layoff situation. And I was looking to see exactly how many, what qualifies as a large or massive layoff.
Right.
And I could not find that information, but it's big enough that we're, in this case, we're talking almost, 50 plus.
Right.
And regardless, I mean, at least this is a way to give people a heads up. This is coming around the bend.
Sure. So some of these mass layoffs that we're seeing, the first of those notices, Smoky Mountain Logistics, which Tracy just mentioned, it will be affecting 145 workers. That's in Wilson County. Those 145 workers, they're being laid off due to the permanent closure of this facility. That's effective February 28th. So these people have really just about a month and a half to hopefully kind of kick into high gear and find another job. Now, a portion of these WARN notices, it's also meant for some of these employees as well to give them a little bit of a head start in terms of finding another place to work.
Right, or at least preparing and budgeting appropriately.
Right.
So this does qualify. The whole idea of the WARN notice, if you've got 100 or more employees, that is why you've got to follow this law.
Sure.
So as far as what the state of Tennessee does, once a WARN notice is issued, that's what I was wondering, where is the help here?
Sure.
So just to kind of get you a little more information here, those are managed by the Department of Labor and Workforce Development, specifically through the Workforce Services Division.
Sure. And so they'll respond to these rapid response services. What that looks like is they're going to verify details of the layoff or closure. So they're going to get with some of these employers and really figure out what's going on to just make sure kind of that they dot their I's, cross the T's. They're also going to coordinate on-site or virtual meetings for all of the infected employees. So what that is really just transparency coming from the state, really just to make sure that everyone's crystal clear on what's happening, the reason for the closure, and again, just to help people better prepare as they move forward with a new job.
So in light of that preparation, the state actually partners with local American job centers to provide services like job search assistance, resume help, interview coaching, access to job fairs and hiring events. This is a huge portion of some of the stories that we put on our air are, hey, there's a job fair for those of you who've been laid off in this particular county.
That's great.
Show up on a Saturday. And This is important stuff that we really do try to share with the public.
And what a great resource for these people to have. I mean, you get the news that you're without a job, you have no idea where to look. So the fact that there's some level of help just to give you an idea of where to look.
Yeah, the idea of being completely alone is terrifying, because mental health and financial counseling referrals are also a part of this act.
Right.
This promise from the state.
Sure. The other thing I'm reading too, they're going to coordinate with employers. So what that looks like is they'll schedule different sessions to inform employees about their rights and their options. They'll also potentially avoid or lessen these layoffs that we're seeing from different strategies. They'll connect companies to businesses, different assistant programs as well. Again, just this big coordinated effort to try and make this an easier lift.
I think there was a big thing before Christmas. Kroger had issued warn notices, and that was a big story that we put out there, because I mean, these are grocery store workers, and it's hard enough to feed your family when you're making hourly wage in this case. So it is super important that this whole idea of the warn notices exist in Tennessee in the first place. So just gives you a little more insight, and hopefully helps you out as far as understanding or processing what could be around the corner, unfortunately, for a lot of folks and their families.
Yeah, so again, 2 big layoffs I want to reiterate here. Smoky Mountain Logistics, it'll be affecting 145 workers in Wilson County. That's effective February 28th of this year. The second one that we mentioned at the top of our streaming show, that's Linamar Shelbyville. It'll be affecting 80 workers. That's in Bedford County, Tracy, and that will all happen July 31st of 2026. So those people have about a 6-month buffer to hopefully figure out another plan. But again, this is big news for a lot of families as they're now without a job and trying to find something else to do.
If you do want to know if there's any warn notices coming around the bend for you, go to DLWD, the website there, and that'll give you an idea of what is coming here and where you can look if your employer doesn't tell you right away in the first place. All right, big show coming up at 10 o'clock. I think the biggest headline is this darn weather shift and what we are expecting in this massive plunge.
She said it's just rude out there.
I know.
You go outside, it hit you quick. It was so beautiful yesterday. It felt warm, and now you go, now it is really, really cold out there. So Dan Thomas will be joining Tracy and I coming up at 10. He's going to talk about the possibility for some snow chances out there. Again, it's not looking likely for people here around the metro, but possibly.
We could get some flurries.
You never know.
It's fun.
You never know.
It's fun. Probably won't cancel school, and that's what a lot of you all tune in for Snowbird. But if we do, you need to keep it right here on WSMV on our linear channels, which, again, starts in about 20 minutes. And then, of course, tomorrow morning early, because we will make sure you are ready for the day.
Yes, with Holly and Marius.
That's right.
Yeah, don't miss it.